vulgar, the most what the fuck, the most metal reunion show of the internet. Metal Couchcast reunion is here. Joe from Fall One Gaming, do that fucking countdown, homie.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get over here! Hi, I'm martial art master Daniel Pacino. You know me as the original Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Smoke. You are tuning in to NerdCage Live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Don't miss an episode or you'll get caged. So let's finish him.
This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
Hi, I'm Leah Montalongo, the OG Sindel. Please like, subscribe to NerdCage Live.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful!
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster! Oh no, Joe! The galaxy's doomed because of you!
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Resident Evil.
Greetings, citizens! You're now trapped in the nerd cage with your hosts Mark and Jay. We hope you have a smashing good time.
You're now about to witness the strength of geek knowledge. Yes. Hello, welcome. That's right. You're trapped in NerdCage Live. This ain't just a reaction show, but a debate show and a live discussion on everything that makes people like you and I tick. So thank you for joining us on this special Metal Couchcast reunion. I am your co-host, Jay St. G, certified geek, 7 days a week, coming to you live from yours truly, Syracuse, New York. Destroy something! I've been aching to say that, people.
They have no idea.
I bet myself a little bit. I got a little excited.
All right. And always among us, it's our moderator and Trollhammer. Stronger than the DK Banana Slammer, it is Joe from Fallen One Gaming. Please introduce these handsome fucks that have come back from a blast to the past.
Our greatest Metal Couch Cast affiliates, we have Moshpit Fardo and Black Metal Steve.
Yeah, let's
What's
do
up?
it.
I'm still voice actor for hire.
Storm and College tuning in for me.
Thank you for that, Joe.
All right, give it up.
What's up, guys? What's up? Wow, here we are again.
Yes.
Later.
Joe, who do we got in the
And
chat?
years later.
In the chat, we have Scott Bannock.
Scott,
Scott, what's up?
Hey, Scotty Too Hottie.
Here. So anyway, let's just get started. For those who don't know, this is just a little bit of a recap and a little bit of history of what Metal Couch Cast is, or was, or still is, or what the fuck's going on with it. So, long before NerdCage Live, my first attempt at YouTubing was a little show called Metal Couch Cast. But let's go even further back to my college years. I met these two handsome fucks here to my left and to my right. And we took electronic media communications for radio and video and all that good stuff. And we did the college radio thing together. And for those who don't know, the college radio at our college at SUNY Onondaga was a alternative station. But every Monday night, we did this thing called Monday Night Massacre, where for 3 hours we played nothing but metal, and we let our nuts hang out, and we just talked shit and had fun. And when we graduated college, we were like, you know what, we want to continue this thing, but how? Obviously, we couldn't get no radio deal, we weren't on the radio, so we decided to do the YouTube route and recreated what was known as Metal Couch Cast. Subscribe, and link in the description to our old channel. It still exists. We didn't delete it. We just been on hiatus. So yes, Metal Couch Cast was me, Moshpit Fardo, aka Matthew Farden, and my other dude, Black Metal Steve, right over there. And we just sat on the couch, and we had a couple camera guys. We had Bill Rame out of frame, and we also had Steve Lucerto Productions behind the camera.
Which Bill Rame out of frame is actually out of frame in the next room.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah,
we would just
yeah,
talk
Bill.
metal. We would do album reviews. We do concert reviews. We talk about movies. We talk about games. We talked about. We did these debates called Metal Couch Cast Versus, like who was the better drummer, who was the better guitarist, better singer. We did all that shit, and it was fucking fun. We kind of ended abruptly because life happens, you know. I got kicked out of my apartment for having Lars, and we just weren't able to get the band back together, and we all went in different paths. But I'm just saying.
I took up ceramics.
But if it wasn't for Metal Couch Cast, there wouldn't be NerdCage Live. And this is a personal fulfillment of mine. And I want to have these guys back with me to have a reunion. So this is what I want to do. I would want to reintroduce the panel real quick. Starting with Moshpit Fardo, voice actor for hire. My God, how have you been? Let us know, how have you been, dude? What have you been up to? And go ahead, and if you want to reflect on your point of view on Metal Couch Cast and the impact and stuff.
Sure. Well, I mean, just, doing the grind out here in Los Angeles. As I mentioned earlier, I'm still a voice actor for hire. I'm still doing that. I'm working a quality control job now for, it's a third-party company that does DVDs, streaming services, that kind of stuff. So basically, we're like the fence before they put the content out and they release the DVDs and all that kind of stuff. So I get to watch it. I get to watch really cool content, but at the same time, I look for, video hits, audio problems, coming out of the wrong speakers, this and that. And we just make sure that everything is, the discs are properly burned and everything is 100% ready to go out. So that's been going
great. If I'm not mistaken, we're not going to name names here, but someone from the NerdCage circle got you in, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, they did, and I'm very happy for that connection. It's amazing how much of a small world, everything is now on the internet. So you know who you are out there. I really appreciate the poll. It's been a great fit. I've also seen him at work, and it's great. It's been great. It feels nice to have stability. I'm not doing the stereotypical actor thing again, where I'm just doing background work or doing this and that, and I don't know when my paycheck's coming in. So it's nice to have the stability, but since it's in the industry, they allow me to take time to do auditions, or if I have other gigs that come up. So they're very understanding. So it's just been a great fit. So I'm just slugging it out in California. And but to answer the second question too, yeah, man, I'm just. I agree with Jay. I just didn't like how abrupt it ended. I was having a great time. You guys are my metal brothers. You guys are my brothers, and I love you guys. And all the people that originally supported NerdCage Live and who are probably watching again, especially Scott and Joe, who's moderating. I loved it. It was great. It kept me going, especially after college, because I remember sitting in the radio station before we were officially graduated and Magic had to kick us out, and thinking, what are we going to do? What's next? What's next after school? And this is just, Metal Couch Cast was great. Loved it. Monday Night Massacre in college, fantastic. And I'm just really happy to be here again with you guys and doing this. This is, it feels good. I'm nervous, but at the same time, it's like a nervous sighted. I'm very excited.
By the way, Scott Bannock, go ahead, Joe, take that compliment.
He says your infamous Super Bowl episode.
No, the next one.
Oh, he loves your background, by the way, Matt.
Oh, fuck yeah. Thanks, man.
Yes. All right, and then to my other side over here is the one with the most infectious laugh, the most handsome, and the most goofiest, craziest motherfucker I've ever met. Black Metal Steve, man, how things have been for you, and go ahead, give us a little history of what you've been up to, and my God, we are so happy to have you on this platform, man. We've missed you.
It's been a crazy couple of years, bro, but life is good, man. I'm back in college, going to get a better, education. I play with a metalcore band up here in Syracuse called Protein File. We're playing a show on July 9th in Fulton. Ooh. In a couple of years, last couple of years, I worked with fan magazines with metal people. So I ended up interviewing bands like Whitechapel, Doll, Pest, especially Bobby Blitz from Overkill. So it was pretty cool interviewing those guys. And let me tell you, Bobby Blitz, man, he's such a nice dude to talk to, man. He is definitely a Jersey boy, hands down.
Oh yeah. And speaking of, we saw Overkill together in Rochester.
That was a great show, dude. Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, that mosh pit was deadly.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, listen, I hope everybody can appreciate the BBC in the background.
Is that me?
Big Black Cow. What the fuck were you guys thinking? Big BBC, Big Black Cow.
I didn't say anything. It was Steve. I didn't say anything.
Listen, boys, you're in the presence of a god.
Back in the day, we used to love sitting on the BBC, the big black couch. We used to sit on it as bros, hanging out. Listen, I just want to reminisce real quick. And Scott mentioned it in the chat. Let's just go back. What was some of our favorite memories of the channel? I'll start. And Scott said it. I had the time of my life when we recorded that fucking Super Bowl episode. So, at the time, it was that Super Bowl where the Falcons blew the 24-point lead to the Patriots. And we had a party at my apartment. And we just told Bill, hey, why don't you just film us and maybe we'll make a compilation video. Actually, before we even get to that, we did a fucking parody, a spoof, where my football teammate, Debo, He's one of Syracuse. He's Syracuse's most famous doorman. Shout out to Debo. We played football together. He's a former semi-pro. We played together on our 9th man flag football team. And I brought him in. I says, hey, if I bought you a bottle of liquor, would you come in and just like pretend to kill me on camera and just record a couple lines with us? So yeah. So we did the spoof of like, I was kind of like shining on the Patriots fans, saying, hey, the Patriots are gonna get their asses whooped, which they did at one point. But and then we had Debo come in pretending to be a Patriots fan, and he rips my fucking head off. And we had like a rubber dummy head, like a rubber head, like a zombie rubber head, and we put like a black wig over it with a bandana over it to make it look like it was my head.
It was. What was that?
That was fun, dude. I couldn't stop laughing.
He rips the fucking head and spikes it like a football.
Yeah, he says something. He's just like, it's time to bring the pain train.
It's like the peanut butter pain train's here.
The peanut butter pain.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He rips his head off, just goes, time to bring the peanut butter pain train. He just goes,
he
just throws it on the ground.
He like sits on the middle of the couch like,
Yeah, we're just like, Steve and I are like, oh shit.
So we filmed. So that weekend we filmed. We were filming. So Bill was filming us, watching the Super Bowl party. It was me, one of my other teammates. Shout out to Corn Siegel. Thanks for coming in. So it was me, Steve, Matt, my teammate Justin, our friend Ruben, who was a diehard Patriots fan, and Bill was just filming us, just goofing off. We were like talking shit to each other during the Super Bowl and seeing the reactions of every touchdown and shit like that. And we ended up making a compilation video, and we made it like our Super Bowl special. Oh my god, that was probably my favorite memory, guys.
I think the funniest part of that was because it literally was everybody against Ruben. It was we all fucking hate the Patriots, but then the Patriots came back like they always ridiculously do. And I'll never forget that one, the clip's on there if anybody wants to go see it. And literally we're all in silence and we're sitting there, and I remember Steve had like a pillow up to his head and he was just like scowling, and we're just like watching. He took his fucking shirt off, but Ruben is just going, yeah, it's a swag bag. Yeah, it's a swag bag. Yeah, it's a swag bag. And we're just like, Ruben, shut up.
Yeah,
that was so
that
funny.
Shit was funny.
And we were like, we in his face saying they're going to lose the next, the next clip. We were like, that sound like we like such shameful kids.
I'm like, okay. I address him. So Corn Siegel, we're for the most part, actually no, Moshpit Fardo, he's a traitor, but we're Giants fans. Matt jumped ship and went to Buffalo, but we're Giants fans, so we're New Yorkers at heart. So yeah, we have to root against the Patriots. It's nothing personal. It's a New York thing. Nothing against you guys. We just See, we're traitors within traitors. Yeah. All right, so Matt, back to you. What is some of your other favorite memories or favorite episodes that we did together on Metal Couch Cast? Oh man, that's a lot of great ones. I thought the probably the one it didn't have Steve. I wish Steve was a little MIA at the time, but I did like the episode where we went back and forth between Geddy Lee and Les Claypool. Yeah, I'm sure you remember, Jay. That's a good one. Versus. Oh god. Ding, ding. And also I like. Wait. I got you, man. Hang on. Yeah. That was a good one because that was a legit one because I loved Les Claypool, but I still got to give it to my boy Geddy Lee. But it was a good competition because they're just so yeah. And of course, can't go wrong with the skits. I fucking loved all the skits, and I love the Bill Cosby shit that we did.
Oh, jeez, I was gonna bring that up.
I was waiting for someone to say that. Okay, listen. Let me put the disclaimer. Yes, we know what's going on. We know this was before all of the Bill Cosby crap. So we literally were just having fun with it. That's all we were doing was just doing like. He wasn't convicted yet, and there really wasn't like, we didn't know what was going on, but we had, like, we couldn't help ourselves because we were poking fun at it, and we did a really funny skit. And what was not just the skit was funny. I think what made it funnier, if you watch the video, go ahead and watch the video, but the outtake. And we see fucking Steve in his fucking skivvies. And Steve's got sriracha sauce skivvies on. And I'm fucking dying. I'm like falling over on top of the mat. I'm dying because it was the funniest shit. And I'm like when we filmed this, I'm like, Steve, were you planning on wearing? Did you know that you're gonna be seen wearing that on camera? And he's like, nope, I wear.
We were just so unapologetic, unabashed. We just did what was funny. You know what I mean? We were just...
Yeah, guys. So if you want to see me almost naked on the internet, watch that video.
only
disclosure, I look better now than I did then. I'm in better shape now than I was then.
I'm in more shape.
I think we all are now.
Yeah. Steve, go ahead. What are some of your favorite memories and stuff of the show?
I love the voices battles, man. Some of it got intense. I think we did one of we got intense, but really won a voices battle. I forgot. We almost getting very loud about each other with the voices battle. Those are the best ones. I think we were talking about Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, have a big debate on those two guys. That was intense.
Yeah, and I remember we did Robert Trujillo versus Jason Newsted, Tommy Lee versus Lars. We did a bunch of them.
Oh man, I love those voices ones.
Which I'm trying to remember who I went with back then, but especially Tommy Lee versus Lars.
It was me and you. Me and you picked Tommy, and Steve picked Lars.
Yeah,
I remember.
Even 4 or 5 years later, I still pick Tommy. I still fucking pick him.
You know what?
It was good back in the day.
It just dawned on me. I remember the. What was it? Oh my god, it was just on the. Okay, so fucking. Steve, we did a skit where Steve fucking died, and we had to bring Steve back to life.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And we did a ritual where we brought Steve back to life, and we're taking some of Steve's favorite stuff, putting it on the couch, and then we could hear Steve's voice in the background with the flashing light. Oh my god, that shit was funny.
It literally was
fried chicken.
Oh yeah,
the gods, we must give him more fried chicken. And then all of a sudden we did the effects, and you just hear him going. And then literally he appears and it shows Jay go and I go and then he's just going and it's oh man.
That shit was so fucking funny. I think
that was
the
a
fucking
great one.
skits were funnier than the discussions. Honest to God, oh my god.
We probably should just start doing skits, just random skits on YouTube.
Dude, it was just us having fun. All right, I want to take things slightly to Joe from Fallen Gaming. You were one of our diehards from day one. What were some of your favorite memories, and what were some of your favorite things that we did?
Oh boy, you've touched on a lot of them already. So it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick just a couple out, to be honest. It's been so long.
That's fine, dude. But
yeah, I'm trying to remember one that you haven't actually mentioned, because we've mentioned a lot already.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I'm really proud of. One of our videos did take off on Metal Couch Cast.
The Metallica one.
Yes, we did.
And that was.
You know all those insults in the comments?
But I think the reason why it took off is that we had some of the most apparently controversial takes on the album.
Which I don't understand. We didn't badmouth the album, but we did.
Oh, we love the album, but here's the thing. We attracted the, I respect all fan bases of everyone. Every band is going to have their fan base, but everyone is going to have their zealots. Everyone is going to have their like toxic fans. And I think that some of the most toxic fans just attacked us because everything is great. You know what I mean? Like to those fans, every single album you can't, and I've never understood that. I've always respected like being critical. I like Metallica, but I think half of their fucking stuff, I'm always going to say it's fucking dog shit. You know, after the Black Album, a lot of stuff, they came back, and that was actually an album where they remembered who they were, and that's why it got really good reviews across the board. And we were saying that there were things that we didn't like, but it was a great...
I'm just saying, yeah, it was a great album, but we zeroed in on, like, you know, as fans ourselves, we zeroed in on a few things, and we were critical. We thought, like, hey, this song kind of sounds like this off of Justice for All. This part sounds like this, or this part could have been better. You know, we loved the album, but like all these people zeroed in on our criticisms and fucking bashed us, but that's okay. I mean, I thought the video...
Hey, at the same time, bad publicity is not necessarily... I mean, yeah, any type of publicity is better than nothing.
But
so
I'm really proud of that video because we got a lot of views. For us, for such a small channel, we got a lot of views, and I'm proud of that video. And we had some funny skits in there, too, like Richard Simmons and... you know.
Oh yeah, and it was, you know what, it was good, especially with how many, we only had about 119 full subscribers, but our videos did average about at least over or close to over 1,000, you know, per one. And then
YouTube was different then than it is now, post pandemic and pre, like, you know, licensing issues and shit like that, you know.
Sure, absolutely.
Then, and on top of that, we didn't understand the concept of live streaming just yet. We were just thinking, let's do recorded videos and this and that. So it was baby step. Like I said, it was kind of like our first dipping our toes into YouTube. And like I said, I'm proud of it, which is why I'll never delete the channel, because that Metal Couchcast is who we are. Like, that's us. That's us being us. That's how we are off camera, you know, like.
Sure.
NerdCage, you know, yeah, we goof off on NerdCage, but you know, this is more of my professional side. You know what I'm saying? Like, we, you know, it was just like I said, NerdCage is kind of more professional, but we still have fun. Metal Couchcast, we just didn't give a fuck.
Metal Couchcast, the whole concept of is exactly how we were. I mean, yeah, when we were doing the radio version of it, we had to have some restrictions, but you know, I mean, that was the whole like foundation of what we were doing with it. Is there were no politics, no nothing. We said whatever we wanted, what was on our mind, and we just had fun. That was because that's what it was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be a bunch of metalheads just like smacking into each other, listening to like, you know, skull crushing fucking music and like talking about what we like, and that was a cool thing though too. Like the trifecta that we had. Jay's got his bands that he likes. Black Metal's got his bands, and then I had. You know, and then I was the preppy prog dude. So always get my shit out.
Yeah, the prog.
You made a nice guy walk.
Yes, the nice guy rock. Matt Farden's the prog nerd, the nice guy rock. You know, you got all these, you know, middle-aged men wearing baseball caps, slapping their buddies high five while they're, you know, listening to Rush. That's Matt Farden.
I'm unabashed about it. I admit it.
They listen to Rush and they go home and build their train sets.
Let me tell you something. I just got the limited edition Santa Fe caboose, and I am extremely happy that I put it up for it.
Oh man, but it was fun. It's all in good fun. We all tease each other, but you know,
But that's what made it great is
I respect Rush and Dream Theater. I respect, but it's not my thing. Speaking of Dream Theater, this is what I want to get into. Okay, now that we got our fuzzy little memories out of the way, let's just be metalheads and let our nuts hang out. One thing I wanted to talk about, let's rewind the calendar. So something that's been controversial in the metal world is the Grammys. But to me, the Grammys are important. Speaking of, shout out to Ernie C. He actually showed his Grammy to us on NerdCage a few weeks ago. But this year's Grammy, I can't remember all the nominees, but the nominees were Gojira, Deftones, I think Rob Zombie, a couple others, and Dream Theater. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Okay, nothing against Dream Theater. I did not think Dream Theater was going to win. I thought, and listen, hear me out, Matt, and I think Steve will agree with me.
I might agree with you too.
I felt in my heart of hearts, even though I wanted Deftones, because I'm a diehard Deftones is one of my favorite bands ever, but in my heart of hearts, I felt Gojira deserved it. I felt Gojira, this was their time. I thought now was Gojira's time, and I felt like they paid their dues. Steve, back me up on this. I felt like it was Gojira's time, and I was just shocked when I got the message in the middle of the night. Yes, Dream Theater won the Grammy. Yes, from Matt Farden.
Yeah, I wonder who that was.
We couldn't tell.
So before
Good job. I think it was
hand it
wild.
over to Steve, before we hand it to Steve, Matt, how happy are you, and how do you feel about this Grammy win? And do you think it's deserving? Do you feel it validates? How do you feel about the Grammy?
First off, as being the nice guy, Rock, I will congratulate all the nominees. Like, congratulate everybody who was nominated. I also will be nasty, and I'm happy that Mastodon. I love Mastodon, but they've been nominated so many times. Yep. I'm happy. I'm actually happy this time that they didn't win the Grammy because they're nominated so much. It seems like Mastodon is like the poster child for not for the past 20 years. Like now.
100% agree.
It's, to me now, great band, and everything that you said I completely agree with. However, I also think that this was finally a win for the proggies, and there were a couple comments in the section. There were a couple comments in the section where they were talking about finally finally the progressive side of the metal, because they're really showing there, because that's another reason why I like progressive metal. Each album progresses. It's different. It's completely different, and I really think they brought out their chops, came to their newest album. They went back to like Distance Over Time was kind of taken more of like a back to our roots, because especially since Petrucci is a big Metallica fan, there were a lot of riffs that sounded very Metallic-y. But this one, I'm just really happy that the prog community finally has a Grammy win for this, because Dream Theater is one of those. I know that especially like Ghost was nominated and they won, and they're kind of a little bit more on like the proggy satanic.
Hot take. I hate fucking Ghost. Go ahead. Hey-oh. Sorry.
So I heard, Jay, that you don't like Ghost. Why do you not like it? Why? I will finish with this and let Jay have fun with that. But I think that this was a big win for the prog metal guys, and especially Dream Theater, because those guys, look, you can call it snob metal, you can call it whatever you want. These guys are wholehearted, really nice guys, just like Rush. They're doing it for the music. I like the fact that Dream Theater, they're all professors they mastered their craft. Jordan Rudess on his keyboards, Jordan Mayune on the bass, John Petrucci, Mike Mangini now, but even Mike Portnoy, on the drums. And of course, James, I keep messing this up, it's Labrie. I think it's Labrie, but James Labrie, with his vocals, and he's operatically trained and stuff like that, classically trained. So I'm just really happy for him. And like I said before, I feel it with Gojira. I really do want them to win one as well. But I guess I'm going to be biased too because of Dream Theater. I'm just really happy to win out there for prog people, and it also is making people in the prog community know that now they never needed the validation. Like, especially with Rush. Rush didn't really become famous until after Moving Pictures. But at least they can say, well, in the mainstream, prog metal is now like accepted. But across the board, metal, I mean, look at where we came from. We literally back in the 80s, the mainstream media and the mainstream music scene, they thought metal was like Jethro Tull. Like, that's where we fucking started. The fact that Metallica lost to Jethro Tull.
And Motley Crue. Both Metallica and Motley Crue.
And Motley Crue. So we've come such a long way, and it's so cool. Like, I'm starting to see more like films and television shows starting to like give more nods to metal. So we've come a long way, and I'm just happy that the prog metal guys have a win.
And I'm happy for you, Matt. I am. I really am. Okay, Black Metal Steve, go ahead, dish out. What are your thoughts on Dream Theater winning, and did they deserve to win? Should have been Gojira, or should have been somebody else? Steve, how do you feel overall about the prog nerds winning?
Well, I'm not a big fan of prog. I think he's, like you said, very snobbish, very white boyish. But you know, I guess they just. I mean, it's something new. I mean, I love Gojira. I felt they probably should have gone it. I mean, doing those technical bands.
I think it should have been Gojira. If I'm taking my Deftones bias out of it, I think it should have been Gojira.
Yeah, because they have that technicality, but they have that groove and heaviness that I like in my metal. And I agree with Fardo though about. I'm sick of seeing Mastodon every time. You know, I love Mastodon to death.
Plus, Brett Hines is fucking nuts.
Yeah, I've seen some blabbermouth articles.
He's nuts.
I think it's funny. You see Ghost on there too, but Ghost is not new. Like, you know, I don't mind Ghost. I like them a little bit. Like ABBA mixed with, you know, what's that one band? Like Blue Oyster Cult kind of deal. I like that. You know what I mean? But good deal. But Dream Theater definitely deserve it. I mean, like Fardo said, it kind of like, for a while, prog metal had like a super niche community. Like only certain like groups of people like follow prog metal really. When it comes to heavy metal, they follow the classic bands, or the death metal bands, or thrash metal bands. And prog is like, that's like, you know, super snobby, super whatever, super, you know what I mean? I feel the same way though. But I think it's cool though, because Dream Theater, like Fardo said, they're all professors, they are the craft.
Yeah,
so they definitely deserve
brilliant.
it.
They are brilliant beyond words. Like, you know, especially Petrucci. I
long pinky
Portnoy.
though, man.
Portnoy and who's the keyboardist? Jordan
Rudess.
Like, those guys are just brilliant musicians, but to me, the reason why it just doesn't speak to me, it's like I just feel like these guys are just like, hey, look what we can do. They can't really write songs. They just like, hey, look what we can do.
The show-offs. Actually, someone made a good point. Like, super technical bands could never fake a syndrome.
I just don't feel like they're the greatest at like writing hooks. They write just these really, really, really like long songs, and they just all these tempo changes. It's like, it doesn't speak to me. It just doesn't speak to me. That's all. But I acknowledge how talented they are. I do. Like I said, they, like Matt said earlier, like these guys are classically trained, and they, you know, they can read music, they can write music, but it's just, I don't know, just what they do doesn't speak to me, you know. But I acknowledge how great they are.
You know what it is? This classical.
Scott Bannock, you shut the fuck up, Scott Bannock. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, Scott.
LOL.
That's my dude. That's my dude. But he can shut up.
I will say this. I think the pullback, and it's not snobby. Like, I think it comes off snobby, but I think the pullback is Dream Theater creates an entire, whereas a song is supposed to take you on a certain type of journey. A song is supposed to be talking about something, saying something about someone, or an incident, or something in the lives of the bandmates it's supposed to be relatable. Mm-hmm. Dream Theater are basically like audiobooks. Because when Dream Theater creates their songs, they're taking you not just through a story or a concept or something like that. They're taking you through a universe.
Yes.
Like every album, and that that's the thing.
I don't have the time.
I know.
To go on a rocket
ship. A lot of people don't have.
Is that an first got the time?
You have to have no life to have time. Even though I have a life, but I don't have a life after that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, it's just a different concept. Whereas most music, especially with every single genre, there's something they're talking about. It goes from here to here to here. Yeah. Dream Theater, just like Rush, they like to just take you through this whole universe, this whole concept, especially when they have concept albums.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's well said. It's just what Matt just said. He's 100% right, and that just doesn't speak to me. But anyway, I'll say this. Matt, you won that round out. Listen, I'll always be happy that You know, my favorite band, Soundgarden's won multiple times. I'm very happy. Body Count won last year. To shout out to Ernie C. He actually showed us his Grammy on camera. It was Joe, back me up. That was an amazing moment. That was an
They
amazing
needed it, man. They deserve it.
I'm happy
Body
that
Count
Body
been at
Count
point
won.
the last couple of years.
I'm the only band, like, I shouldn't say only band, the band I want to win so fucking badly right now that needs a fucking Grammy, I think needs it, is I'm waiting for Anthrax to win a Grammy. And it bugs me that every time Anthrax is nominated, they lose to something stupid. So I really hope whenever Anthrax puts out their next album that they finally get their Grammy win. They're the only band from the Big Four that haven't won.
Yeah, and here's the thing,
and Joey's
too.
from Syracuse. Shout out to Joey. He's from Syracuse.
Yeah, actually,
He's from my hometown. All of my friends' parents went to high school with Joey.
Yeah, so we like I said, and for anyone who's going to talk shit about the Grammys, I get it. But to me, getting recognized by the music industry is still important to me, which is going to be another topic we're about to get into. Because listen, if you were in a metal band, trust me, if you got nominated for a Grammy, you'd be honored. If you won, you'd be head over heels. So I really hate it when some of these metalheads. I hate it when these metalheads talk shit and say "fuck the Grammys" and who fucking cares. No, some of us do fucking care because of the history behind the Grammys and look back at all the bands that have won. Bands like Soundgarden, bands like Metallica, bands like Megadeth won not that long ago. Like Slayer's won multiple times. Mastodon. Like, are you gonna take that away from those guys? No. Like, I want to see more of my favorite bands winning Grammys.
Is it achievement?
And one thing I will. Yeah, exactly. One gripe that I'll have. I wish that these bands were getting nominated during better times. And I'm not gonna go political, but I am gonna say that a lot of people are tuning out of these shows because they're getting hyper political. Yeah. And by bringing politics into everything, you're literally not allowing people to like be in the moment and accept that their band, not just won their category, but the one thing that the Grammys has always been is if you get a Grammy or if you're at the Grammys and it's televised, you know, even back when the Grammys used to pull like double, even triple digit in the millions numbers. Yeah. That's exposure. I know that YouTube nowadays, there's different types of avenues for exposure, but still to say that you went to the Grammys, even if you were nominated for the Grammys, to have your platform, that is the music platform. And I think that a lot of it's just getting really
I think it's good exposure for some of the mainstream music listeners that listen to pop. Maybe it just sucks they don't televise the metal category, but I personally don't watch the Grammys. I just look up to see who wins. That's all I do.
Sure.
But like, unless there's a performer I want to see. But like, I just feel like, you know what? It's good exposure. Like, I feel like, I know we're a really tight-knit community and we don't like the outsiders, but you know what? Sometimes that outside recognition is the difference from like a band like Body Count playing to a club to Body Count playing in an arena or having their music in a mainstream movie, you know? Like, I think that shit's important to us. Even though I understand, like, we're a gated community and we don't like letting the outsiders in. You know, we don't like to fucking sellouts. I get that. But just think about the struggle that every metal band goes through. You know, just think of the struggle they go through. Yeah. The metal bands, a lot of them don't have money. Like, there's that, like Metallica's like one of the few exceptions, but a lot of these bands don't have that kind of money. So, like, for them to win a Grammy and get themselves to the next stratosphere, like,
right, because it's
because we're in this community, like you said, in this community, like when they sort of demographic really gets it, and with the whole like now I'm in a different age now, everything's about single. So a band can make a great album, but they would be probably cast. So they didn't make
think
a
about
really
think about this in the 90s, like Beavis and Butthead made bands like White Zombie, Crowbar, Life of Agony, Pantera, Biohazard, fucking
Whitechapel,
Soundgarden, like Beavis and Butthead appeared, Typo Negative, like appeared on Beavis and Butthead. So people like Mike Judge have helped like expose some of these metal bands, like and that's how I look at the Grammys too. It's like, you know, it's the exposure, you know. So yeah, that's my rant on the Grammys. I figured we could move on to a similar topic, and this is something we always covered on Metal Couchcast.
Absolutely.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Judas Priest is finally fucking in.
Hell yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Way too fucking long. That one I will say way too fucking long.
Better late than never. Better late
That's
than
true.
never.
That's
Better
true.
late than never. I'm fucking ecstatic. I'm ecstatic that Judas Priest are in. I'm ecstatic that they're in. I don't care about what people say about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The fact that the Judas Priest are in there with Sabbath, Metallica, if you want to go even further than that, they're in there with Queen, Aerosmith, the Beatles. Finally, Judas Priest is where they are, where they rightfully belong, in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as one of the most important metal bands of all time. Rob Halford, in my opinion, is the best metal singer that ever lived. Not taking anything else from any other metal singer. I feel like Rob Halford is the best, always will be. But Matt,
his voice is just...
Matt, go ahead. Your general thoughts on Judas Priest finally getting in.
I mean,
I love it.
It's what it is. They are the, you know, they're the originators. You can't, if especially for speed metal and stuff like that. If Judas Priest didn't come in to the fold, you know, with Sabbath and Motorhead and all those guys, you know, as much as being a prog guy as well too, when some people say, oh, he's the greatest or whatever, blah, 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 and then I go, actually, no, especially when they're just like, oh, you know, Tommy Lee's the greatest drummer of all time. And I go, actually, Marco Miniman is by definition a drummer right now. It's just, if you don't have originals who started everything, started the influence, and metal bands that they pay homage, they pay their respects to the old. And if Judas Priest wasn't there, we wouldn't have metal. We really wouldn't have like certain types of metal genres, like the actual forming of it. Yeah. So, but I will say, as much as when it comes to singing and everything too, there are a lot of ridiculous, godly singers, like godly singers out there. But every time, I have to say that Judas Priest has the right amount of operamatics, the right amount of grit. Judas Priest, as much as I love Iron Maiden, if Iron Maiden sounded more like Judas Priest with their vocals, like if Bruce Dickinson had a little more grit to his voice, I would be like over the moon with everything Iron Maiden. But Rob has the perfect balance of every single encapsulate. If you really think about his sound, you could implant his sound into any type of genre of metal, and it would work. What's that? Oh, is that Bill Rame out of frame? Hey guys, I'll let you know.
Oh, dude, there he is! There he is! Holy shit, he appeared!
Oh, he's in the frame! I'm just letting you know, Matt, there's an ice cream truck. I'm gonna run and get some. Can you get me? What do you need? I want an ice cream cookie. Do you want a Tweety Bird? I don't want a Tweety Bird because he looks wrong. Okay. Good to see the Metal Couch Cat again. Bill Rame out of frame out.
Did that just happen?
That just happened.
He literally just appeared out of thin air. He literally appeared over the Dream Theater album cover.
Like,
I did not plan that.
It's like that scene from Nightmare on Elm Street when Freddy comes through the wall of the crucifix.
Yo,
well,
hold up. Speaking of Freddy Krueger, happy 75th birthday to Robert Englund. He's 75 today. Appropriately, Robert Englund was born on June 6th. Happy birthday, Robert Englund.
Yes.
the grandfather, the godfather of horror.
Yes. Oh my god.
People wouldn't know in like Nightmare on Elm Street, but you always see 2001 Maniacs. That was fucked up of a movie.
Yeah,
I loved it though. Like especially
But yeah, anyway, so to finish up, Judas Priest. If you put Rob Halford in any type of like metal situation, his vocals would just meld perfectly with everything.
I don't care what anybody says. I love the Rob Halford Christmas album.
This whole album is great.
I love the Christmas
why-
album. I love how.
Don't forget his industrial stuff that he did in the 90s. That was stuff was pretty good too. He worked with guys from like Nine Inch Nails and Skinny Puppy and all those guys for that extra album. It's pretty good. You wouldn't expect to be Rob Halford to sound like some of that Nine Inch Nails mixed with Stabbing Forward to sound like mixed together. And like
Steve,
Fardo said,
real quick before we get to your take on Judas Priest, Joe, take that chat real quick.
Shay popped in. He said, I can't stay long, but I'm out eating dinner with my family. But hello from Mansoda Key, Florida. Jay and the dudes.
Appreciate
What's
you
up?
stopping in.
we love
Shay,
you.
we love you. We hope that when you get a minute, go back and watch this stream and just, I want you to see where I came from. All right, Black Metal Steve, Judas Priest in the Hall of Fame. Dish it up, man. What do you got?
It's way overdue, man. I mean, like you said, like I think it was great that such a band that was such a pioneer to the new wave British heavy metal finally got recognized. Because those guys like Fardo said, a lot of these bands wouldn't exist right now. Like power metal bands wouldn't exist without like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, Angel Witch and all those guys. They came at the right time for heavy metal. You know what I mean? Because everyone was getting sick of the dad rock nonsense. You know what I mean? I'm talking to you, Fardo. And it's great because like those guys overdue and like they make great albums every time. Every album they make, just every album is constant amp minus Turbo Level. Okay, even Turbo Level is okay.
Yeah, they're okay. Hell, I don't even mind the Ripper albums. Tim the Ripper. I actually don't mind.
Yeah.
They're okay. I don't hate them, but I say they're listening to it if it's the right mindset.
I mean, Firepower was just a great album. I loved it.
Firepower
I love how he's
was
a great guy. Oh yeah, I felt like I was listening to for Vengeance, like on. It really felt like there's like a continuation of Screaming for Vengeance. It's so funny though, because I read Rob Halford's biography is fucking great. Like you read what he's been through and all that stuff. He apparently had like a lover that killed himself and all that, and he vowed never to do drugs again. And because of that, he never ever did drugs again. He's been like over 40 years sober, man, since that incident.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's been very proven that you don't need to do drugs or drink to be a metalhead. You don't have to. You can be sober and drink coffee.
I just want everybody to know I'm a straight edge motherfucker. I don't fucking care. And let's just say there's been women out there that had tried to get me to break edge. Nope. So shout out to Earth Crisis. Shout out to the Crow Mag. Shout out to Billy from Biohazard. Rob Halford. If I'm not mistaken, I think Rob Zombie's a straight edge.
Yeah, he's straight edge, vegan. Corey Taylor too.
Oh, I didn't know Corey Taylor was straight. Oh, fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's been sober
also,
for a long time too.
Dave Mustaine has been straight edge for quite a while too.
Yep. Yeah, well, he has to be. He just recovered from.
Well, he pretty much died like 5 times.
Yeah, colon cancer and all that. Yeah.
He freaking that's a story, man. That's a coming of age tale right there. Dave Mustaine's entire he could do a discography on every time he pretty much died on the operating table. That's a miracle in and of itself that he's still alive, and good for him. He's still doing it.
Yeah. I think that's cool. Because the old camp's still around, you don't see a lot of them, all of them jumping out flies lately. And like I said, a lot
of people too. What I noticed, I don't know what it is. Obviously with the drug, well, Keith Richards and stuff like that are kind of like anomalies, but it's just have you noticed that a lot of the people that we grew up with are going in their 60s, whereas the other
that really disturbs me. Obviously we just recently lost Bob Saget, Louis Anderson, Ray Liotta just passed away. It scares the fuck out of me because my parents are at that age.
Yeah, mine too.
Which is why I take my mother to the movies. I can't take my dad to the movies because he's got MS, but I want to enjoy my parents while I still have them, which is, so it just scares me. I just fear every fucking day I'm going to wake up to the news that my mom just died in her sleep or my dad, it's just scary that all these people that we grew up with who are in their 60s, which is still really young to go, are going. So it's fucking.
I think the last one who made it past 70 wasn't Lemmy 74.
70. He actually was 70, exactly 70.
Exactly.
He died like I think he died like the day before or after.
Dio was 60. Dio was 66. Like,
yeah. It's crazy too, cause like some of these we find like the new younger bands are making waves. Those members are dying like crazy. Like one of my favorite modern bands is Power Trip. Love fucking Power Trip. Riley died. You have the lead singer of Black Dollar Motor. He passed away. I love like Black Dollar Motor too.
Although
Jesus stuff. Yeah, like that's kind of messed up. Why did they do that to the most drugs?
Well, yeah, he's the anomaly though, because Keith Richards has taken every drug and then some, and then went to Mars and was like, "What the fuck is this? I'll snort it."
Conventional weapons.
And also, I just want to say real quick, back on the death thing, real quick, about Judas Priest. First and foremost, like I'm happy that all the guys, most of the band members are still kicking. They're in their 70s, 60s, and 70s. Now that they're still touring, which is why we need to enjoy them while we still can. And if you haven't seen Judas Priest, you should take an opportunity to see them because they still bring it. But the fact is, like, I'm happy they're in the Hall of Fame and they're alive to enjoy, and like we're giving them their flowers while they're still here.
Yeah.
One last thing I want to point out about Judas Priest: it was the one time me, Moshpit Fardo, Black Steve, and our friend Rob, shout out to our friend Rob, who's also part of our college radio crew. That was the one time all four of us went to a concert together, all four of us.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Judas Priest was the for a while now is like that was the binding glue right there, because we all four of us, we all have our agreeances and disagreeances, but the one thing that we agree on is the classics, and it was fucking Judas Priest, and we all went to that one.
Oh hell yeah!
I will always be grateful for that. Like
that was a great concert.
Steel Panther playing with them too.
Breaking the Law, man. I broed out so fucking hard when we played Breaking the Law. I felt like I was Beavis and Butthead. Breaking the Law.
Yeah, and that was, I will say, out of all of the, because I've gone to fucking Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that live, and I gotta say, Judas Priest is loud.
Yeah.
Like that was the loudest concert that I've ever been to, and it was a big hall. It was a big
the Rochester Main Street Armory. It's a decent sized venue. What 3,000 people capacity?
Yeah, give or take.
Maybe 3 to 5, yeah.
And the opener was great too. It's Steel Panther opened
up.
Yeah,
Steel Panther opened.
Yeah. Steel Panther.
My only gripe with Steel Panther, it's not anything against them, but if you've seen them once, I've seen them multiple times. Like it's one of those bands you only really need to see once, unless you want to take a friend that needs to see it. So I've seen them enough times to okay, I know what they're gonna do next. I know what they're gonna. But they're awesome and they're hilarious.
Sure.
See, when I saw Judas Priest, it was at the Landmark.
Yeah, with Anthrax.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When you went, did they do the same thing where Rob Halford and the guitarist both play the guitar during Breaking the Law? The same guitar?
I don't remember. I don't recall him doing that.
Yeah.
I do know it was with the new because it was just
Richie Faulkner.
Yeah. It's with the newer
guitar. Was
guitarist.
already out of the band. It was Richie. I think Glenn Tipton was still there, but it was Richie Faulkner.
Because that was the Redeemer of Souls tour, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the Southern Ocean.
And that was the first album that the new guitarist played on.
Yeah, Richie. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, Richie. Yeah.
Angel Retribution tour or something. I think it was that one.
Oh, okay.
Well, me and my buddy Rob
came back, so
nice. Me and my buddy Rob and I, we could have seen Judas Priest at Wacken, but we had to leave that night. Well, let me tell you, I got lost in Germany. I'm trying to stay there to watch Rob Halford play.
Yeah, that's right. This fucker, Black Metal Steve and Rob, and they went to Wacken. That's the big one. That's the Mecca. That's the Mecca of metal concerts.
It's like
all good. I'm happy for you guys.
Sabotage.
happy for you guys. I would have loved the gun, but happy for you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Don't worry, guys. We got a plan next year. It's still young.
Yes. Okay, guys. So it is now
Let's go.
7 o'clock on the East Coast here. What else do you guys want to cover while we're all still here? We basically. Oh, you know what? One thing we didn't really do we didn't really do too much on Metal Couch Cast, but going back to Monday Night Massacre, something that I used to love doing is we used to do the Metal Babe of the Week.
That's right.
So we just want to shout out some of our gorgeous metal singers.
Are you ready to get your massive metal erection on?
I used to love that shit. But we want to wish a very happy birthday, a very lovely happy birthday. She's 50 today, by the way, even though she don't look it, but she's 50. But shout out to Christina Scavia. Oh la la.
Ooh.
The Italian queen.
I love her. She is just, she's so amazing.
She's a geek and a metalhead. What's
Yes, she's
love
a
about
nerd.
her?
She's a fucking nerd. She loves Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. She plays games. She's on Twitch. She's into like Transformers and Gundam and all that shit. She's fucking awesome. She loves Nintendo. Like, yeah, we just wanted to say shout out to Christina Scabia. You are amazing. Happy birthday. And you,
Happy birthday.
If I'm not mistaken, I think she was the very first Metal Babe of the Week when we did that back in college. You know, because we got a little bit of Wayne's World in us. Matt,
Most likely that was when she was celebrating her 40th birthday.
Yeah. Matt Farden, you picked another Metal Babe you want to shout out real quick.
I did. Huge shout out to. I've actually really gotten into this band recently. They have several albums out. I think they have 4. They started in 2013, I think, to really get into the scene. But Battle Beast from Finland, another great heavy power metal band. I'm telling you, and the saying, if I'm saying it correctly in the Finnish, it's probably Nora Lohimo or something like that, or Lohimo.
I mean, who knows how the pronunciation is?
Nora is oh my God. I have to, if anybody has not listened to Battle Beast, she is Dio incarnated. She is the female Dio. And it is her vocals, and I've watched enough live stuff that they've done too. She's one of those people where she sounds like a battle beast on the record, and she's even like a bigger beast when they're in person. They're one of the very few ones that I'm listening to right now because I love, for metal performances. I don't like when they create albums and then they can't perform them live. And their stage presence, the clickability, like the click between all of them, they all really mesh together well. And when you listen to them live, oh my God, they're incredible. You'll get goosebumps when you watch them.
Yes. Yeah, I'll have to go check. I have to check them out. Now that you've sold me, Matt, I will check them out. Black Metal Steve, you want the shout out? You want to shout out somebody too?
Oh yeah, I want to start to Lizzie Hale, man. From Hale, son, this one hard walk. Let me tell you, man. I didn't like her music. I saw live at the State Fair show. It's great, not because I was in edibles, but because it was great. I'm just saying, she was great. She was great. It was awesome. I bought white chicken. It was fun. Hey, wait, ladies, need a night chocolate man in your life? Anyway, but it was great. The attitude she had, she was really good with the fans, especially the female fans, which is great. Because they were good with that. But I also like this band called Sisters of Suffocation. It's an all-female death metal band, and I guess they are fucking hot. They're fucking delicious. How they make those tasty whisks. Those more tastier the way they are.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, I'm not the biggest Hailstorm fan, but I love Lizzie's voice, and I just want to say she's an absolute sweetheart. I was lucky enough to meet her. In fact, my autograph's over there on the wall.
She is super nice.
Absolute sweetheart, and she's really, really cool. And I respect the grind that Hailstorm has put in. I'm glad they had the success that they do as far as mainstream rock goes. And I'll never forget, I saw Hailstorm before they were famous because they opened for Shinedown and Cedar back in 2006 at the Snowcore. I don't know if you guys remember the Snowcore tour, but it was fucking Flyleaf and Hailstorm. This is before they got big, and it was Shinedown and Cedar as they were just getting big. So I told her that, I'm like, yo, Lizzie, we saw you before you guys got big, and she's like, oh, that's really cool, yeah. But yeah, she's absolute sweet, really, really sweetheart, and she's really, really pretty, and yeah. So shout out to Lizzie Hale, she's amazing. Like I said, I never mind Hailstorm metal. It's not my go-to, but I definitely don't mind them at all.
Sure.
And yeah, just want the we just want to shout out those lovely ladies that we're metalheads, and we metal chicks are always awesome.
let's
You have hearts of steel.
I was just gonna say, let's get Joe in on this. Joe, I
got a birthday shout out. It's not a woman, but I got a birthday shout out today. Steve Vai is 62 today.
Yes.
Oh God, Steve, please make it to 70. Please make it to 70.
Absolutely.
We love you, man. We love you. Happiest birthday. Continue to be in good health, and please be one of the few to continue to break all of the sick for our guys.
Yes. So happy birthday to all that June
Happy
6th.
birthday.
What a day to have a Metal Couchcast reunion on the 6th month, on the 6th day, on the 6th hour. Only appropriate,
I think we even made it on the 6th day.
All right. So I guess we won't end it just yet. We'll kind of start winding down here. But I got a question. I'm gonna put these boys on the spot. First and foremost, I just want to thank you guys. Matt. Now that we went to college together, but we were roommates for a year. The fact that you put up with me, and the fact that you helped me establish, you helped me start Metal Couchcast, which and Monday Night Massacre. You put me on the path. And if it was, like I said, if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be Metal Couchcast, and if there wasn't no Metal Couchcast, it wouldn't be no NerdCage Live. The same to you, Steve. You guys put me on the fucking path, and here I am on NerdCage. Here I am, I'm editing videos for Joe Blow. You guys helped me put me on the path.
I heard you too, Meg.
Things in radio did not. What?
Well, thankful for you, Jay.
Oh,
dude, here's the thing. We gotta say, we can't just let Jay get all lovey-dovey like that. We gotta throw right back at him. Here's the thing, because we started it. We had the vision. Steve was there, and Rob was there, and everyone, and Nate, and even Nate. Shout out to Nate Southwick for what he did, what he contributed, and also we our original producer. Which I haven't seen him. I feel so bad. Other Joe, right? Remember our original producer before Nate came in?
Oh yeah, Joe. Oh my gosh, I'm stumbling on his last name. Ackerman. Ackerman.
Bearded Joe.
Yeah.
Gotta shout out to Joe. I haven't heard from him literally probably in almost
his number.
2 years.
I got a new phone and I lost his goddamn number, and he doesn't do social media, so I don't know how the hell.
Yeah. He was there from the beginning too. He was one of the unsung heroes. He literally was the quiet metal bearded head, dude, just working the board. And he just goes, "Nah, you guys talk. It's all good." So I got to shout out to Joe, but at the same time, we can start everything. You can start something and do it, but Jay has always had the fuck you presence, the fuck you, let's do this, bringing the hype. I make fun of you how I do, where you're just the strength of geek metal, but that is the visceral.
Rewind that. Do some of your favorite Jay impressions. Just do your favorite Jay moments. Just do it.
Oh man, I think man, there are so many of them. I just remember how giddy you would get about the Metal Babe of the Week. You'd just be like, "So everybody here at Super Mix and Monday Night Massacre, we're gonna talk about the Metal Babe of the Week. Get your massive metal erection on." And of course, especially doing the intros, and Mark would just be like, "Happy to be here as usual," and you'd be like, but Jay is the hype man. Jay always got us going, and especially before I always remember before we started the shows, Jay would just get us fucking hyped, and we would be jumping up and down in the booth, and Jay just always knew how to be he'd be like, all right, bitches, he'd be like, he's like, "It's time to rip your titties out, have some fun, rip some faces, because we're about to fucking go insane." And Jay would just go into these things before we, and then we'd press the live thing, and then Jay'd be like, "Welcome to Metal, blah, blah, blah." He just really knew how to just
hype everyone up.
spearhead the entire thing. If we with Monday Night Massacre, Metal Couch Cast, hell, even half of NerdCage Live, the other, you and Mark, and obviously everybody, but that other half, that hyping Mark, that whereas like Jay's high energy and Mark's just like, he keeps things in balance.
Yeah.
But like, you have to have a hype man for everything. And Jay, you always got us going. I loved working on this stuff until 3 a.m, watching The Apprentice and just like peeing our pants laughing, and just your energy has just been so infectious, as all your guys' energy is. But like Jay is like the glue that keeps, if you start something, Jay is going to like tooth and nail keep it going. So Jay, thank you very much for these it's crazy to think that we started this over roughly 10 years ago. It's crazy to think that it was that long ago, and just thanks for everything that you do, man. Like I really do miss those times.
I really, wow, I'm floored right now. That was very, very kind of you to say. Wow, I'll just say, I try, like, I just want, even though we're working, or even though we're doing this and that, whatever project we're doing, I want to make sure that we have fun, even though, we're all professionals here. I mean, we all do our things. We all have our projects. We all have stuff that we do. But at the end of the day, I want us to have fun, and I figured, like, I just like to try to, I want people to feed off my energy, that's what I'm out set to do. And, I want to, like, I don't, if I do a project, or if I'm doing anything with you guys and I'm not bringing that fucking energy, then just get rid of me, because that just means that I'm not fucking having fun. Okay, so like, yeah, if you don't see me bring that fucking energy, that big DK Donkey Kong energy, like, if I'm not bringing that goddamn energy, fire me, get rid of me. Find another.
I just gave you one of these.
I agree. I mean, I understand, but at the same time, if you really got to think about it, man, like you haven't lost that energy after 10 years. I'll admit that I've actually kind of mellowed more myself, but like you still, because the thing is you understand, like, and we understand going through broadcasting and everything, is you have to be on. You have to be on and you have to perform. You don't have to be like that all the time, but when it matters the most, you always are. Even if you're having a shitty day, something's not going, you always know how to just pull yourself together and bring it for the fans and for the people.
Yeah, which is true. I can not to go harp on shitty times, but like last year, the day my grandmother died, I went live anyway, because like I had to put that aside for just a couple hours, and because I did not want to let the fans and my guests and all of them down. And like, I just feel like when the lights are on, when we hit the live button and we're live, like, it's my duty, no matter what I'm going through, is to bring that shit to you guys. And like, I didn't want to tell everybody that my grandmother died, because I didn't want people to convince me not to do the stream, or convince me otherwise, or talk me out of it, or say, hey Jay, you shouldn't be here. No, I didn't want any of that. I just did it. So like, yeah,
sometimes the best medicine is normalcy.
So it's my duty, no matter how my day is, good, bad, ugly, sad, whatever, like, and of course I get pregame jitters too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even when I played football, I get pregame jitters.
Oh, same here.
Like, yeah, I always get jitters, but as soon as we're live, I'm here with you guys. I'm having fun, and that's what. It's my escapism. This is my escapism and whatnot. So, thank you for all the kind words. I just want everybody to know I will always bring it. I will always bring. The day I stop bringing it is like the day it's over. The day I stop bringing it is the day it's over, and I'm hoping that will never come.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, dude. I completely agree. Actually, with you actually saying bring it, you know what reminds me? It reminds me of our last broadcast that we did, where it was literally, I remember it, and because Bill did it part of his documentary, and it was like, from all of us at Monday Night Massacre, it's time to bring the noise. Yes. And we played the fucking the Anthrax crossover. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, man. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. That was our last That was our last one when
Yeah,
we
it was.
right
I missed
before
those
graduation.
days. Yes, and graduating, I still have our graduation photo on the fridge, and yeah, so I'll always be grateful for those times. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate, you know, the kind words, and like I said, putting you guys on the spot. Let's do this again. Like, let's do this metal couch casting again. Steve, are you down? Matt, are you down? Joe, we need you too. You guys down to do another metal?
Oh fuck yeah!
Let's fucking do it. If we do these,
I
things,
miss
guys,
it so much.
If we do these, we'll do them sporadically because I just feel like I have the need to talk about music, and I can't always do that on NerdCage. We do sometimes. Like I said, we bring in musical guests, but this is like my happy place, and I just, like I said, this is a reminder where I came from, and if we do them, we're gonna do them like on a late Saturday night or something. You know, we're gonna do them like randomly, like on a late Saturday, you know, late at night. We'll do them from time to time. Yeah. Steve, you're muted. You're muted.
I'm down with that.
Oh.
Yes. Steve,
Hit
do
the
you
mute
have
button.
any closing thoughts here before we kind of like wrap it up and, you know?
Hell yeah. I love doing this. It reminds me of the good old days. In fact, I know the first time I met Jay, I was in there like trying to do EMC the first time around, and he saw me when I met him magistrate, and we just looked at each other like, yeah. Not in that, oh yeah, but like, yeah. You know what I mean? Look. Not too friendly, but it's okay, Jay. But it was so great because he got me into doing that, and seeing you guys doing all this stuff inspired me to go back to college, and now I'm back going full time and all that stuff. I assume I'm gonna be up there. I want to maybe bring back a metal station back to the college campus up there and show them what metalheads are really capable of. You know what I mean, brother?
Okay, one more fun topic before we call it a night here. Because I figured let's go 7 more minutes. We'll go to 7:30. So real quick, guys, any concerts planned? You guys have any concerts booked that you guys are going to, or any concerts you plan on going to? I just want to know before we call it a night here.
Man, no, I don't. I was gonna go to. Yeah, well, especially because I've just been working full time and everything right now. But the one concert I was really looking forward to before the pandemic was Rammstein was coming. Was coming to LA, and then they canceled it. And you know how they are.
Seen them twice.
But only going. Yeah, you know how it is. They literally just go coming to the US and only doing like 3 shows, and then we leave. So unfortunately, it was canceled, and we had to get our tickets refunded because just life happened. But I really wanted to see Dream Theater again. But right now, Dream Theater is touring in Europe, and I hope they do it. If they come to the States with the same lineup, I'm going to go no matter what. But right now, they're touring. It's Dream Theater signing, and literally, they have Devin Townsend. And they also have who's the other one? Who's the other one? There's another band. Let me look it up. But I've literally for years have wanted to see Devin Townsend play with Dream Theater, and now they're playing with Dream Theater, and I'm just floored that they're not doing it in the U.S.
Yeah, you lucky Europeans get all the good fucking shows and fucking.
Tesseract.
Okay.
Tesseract, Devin Townsend, and Dream Theater are all playing in Europe right now together on the same stage, and I'm floored that they're not doing it here.
Yeah,
that was a good album last time. Tesseract Singularity, good album. Hell yeah.
All right, Steve, what about you? What you got? What shows you got planned?
Oh shit! I'm going Thursday to see Palisades. It's like a metalcore band. I'm going with a couple of chicks, 2 white girls. Hey, I'm also going to be going to seeing a local band, Murder Room Morgue, on Friday. I got 2 concerts this week, and next month I'm going to be seeing Go Horror and Incantation. But this month I'm seeing Exodus, Miserable Ways, Converge, Integrity, all those guys today at Sharky's over the weekend next week.
Wow, nice.
And VIP too.
All right. So I got one booked right now, and it's a big one. I spent a lot of money, but I'm finally now. Listen, I've seen a lot of bands in my lifetime, and there's only a few left on my bucket list. But Saturday, September 24th in Cleveland, Ohio, I am seeing 9 Inch Nails finally.
Wow. Okay.
Those tickets gotta be expensive,
Right,
man.
no, you ready for this? Ministry is opening.
Really?
Yes! I'm seeing the
Dude.
2 greatest
Going
industrial
on.
bands, the
Dude.
2 best industrial bands of all time, 9 Inch Nails and Ministry. Same stage, same night, Cleveland, Ohio, Saturday, September 24th. I can't fucking wait! I've never seen.
I
9 Inch
guess
Nails.
Jay's
I've never
gonna
seen
be
9 Inch
fucked
Nails.
like
They're
an
one of the bands I
animal.
haven't seen. And another concert I want to go to. All right, I don't have tickets, but I might look at the tickets at the last minute. I want to see the Mudvayne reunion when they with Rob Zombie.
Yeah, that'd be something we'll see.
Mudvayne's touring with Rob Zombie. I want to see if I can catch that because I never got to see Mudvayne. So yeah, I want to see Mudvayne. That's a band on my bucket list. I'm hoping I can catch them. I'm pissed.
Are you ready to fucking dig,
pissed
Jay?
they're not headlining, but I understand because Rob Zombie's got a big spectacle show. Well, I'm hoping I can catch them in New Jersey.
Yeah, I'd love to see Rob Zombie live. I still haven't seen him.
I've seen Rob
a
Zombie
great one.
many times, and I've met him. But like, he always puts on a great show. But I really want to see Mudvayne. So yeah, if I can catch that, great.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I'm not gonna lose sleep. I'm hoping that Mudvayne will continue to tour. But I'm excited because I hate to say this, but I didn't like Hell Yeah, and I didn't like that other band that the guitarists did. So I'm happy Mudvayne's back. I hope I can catch them. But 9 Inch Nails and Ministry, September. Can't wait.
Fuck yeah. Have you guys, speaking of Rob Zombie, do you guys see the remake, the Monsters remake
I
he's doing?
can't wait. I hope
I can't fucking wait.
I hope
think
it's
it's
good. I'm going in with low expectations, but I really hope it's good. I feel like Rob Zombie hasn't, outside the Devil's Rejects movies, I feel like he hasn't really hit his mark. Even though I enjoyed the Halloween remake, I didn't like the second one, but I just feel like Rob Zombie outside the Devil's Rejects hasn't hit one. I'm hoping that this will be his first hit, like his first legit hit
I hope so,
outside the Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's been long enough. I mean, I have my opinion on remakes, but the fact that he's bringing back something that he watched with his parents growing up, watching the Munsters, you know that he's gonna, you know, he's going with some different, you know, creative liberties, but I know that he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it justice. I think he's really gonna do it justice.
All right. Hey, Joe, any concerts you got planned right now? And go ahead and
There's a
plug.
few in reverse with Hollywood Undead and Bad Wolves.
What?
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
And I think at Chevy Court, I think it's going to be free. Chevelle coming on August 24th.
Oh,
Yep,
shit.
Chavelle's
I see
coming up
Chevelle
into the
for
free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then August 13th, K-Rock's actually presenting Alice in Chains and Breaking Benjamin with Bush.
Yeah, that one I wouldn't mind going to. That'll be game time decision. I've seen all those bands many times, but that'll be game time decision. If there's still tickets available, which I'm sure there will be. I'm not trying to knock those guys, but I'm sure there'll still be tickets available, and I'll probably go. Again, I love the first Breaking Benjamin album. I don't like what they do now, but I love that first Breaking Benjamin album. I'm a diehard Alice in Chains fan. And Bush, guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I mean, who did not like Bush back in the 90s?
Come on, dude. I remember when American Werewolf in Paris came out and they had that mouth song. And I remember 16 Stone was a good album. Yeah, dude, Bush. And here's the thing. I listened to Bush because my sister, God rest her soul, but my sister was a diehard Bush fan. And she had the crush on Gavin Rossdale as all 90s girls did growing up. So, like, yeah, I got my good exposure to Bush. I don't mind their stuff, but Alice in Chains, man, that's where it's at. All right, Joe, tell them about tomorrow.
All right, tomorrow we go back to Resident Evil Remake on Twitch at 8 p.m.
Hell yeah, guys. Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/NerdCage Live. 8 o'clock tomorrow, we'll be playing Resident Evil 1 HD Remake. And while I got everybody here, this coming Thursday, we're back on our regular YouTube live streams at a regular time, as we are going to be doing our first of many spoiler discussions of The Boys. Woo! Let's go, baby. The Boys, the best, hands down, the best show on fucking TV. Full-blown spoilers ahead, guys. Be there Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I know Deanna McGill will be joining us. The Pretty Guardian will be joining us, and we might be a few others will be joining us as well. And Joe, tell them about Friday.
On Friday, we go back to Mortal Kombat Deception Conquest Mode.
Yes. Twitch.tv/NerdCage Live. Give us a follow on Twitch, everybody. All right. Matt and Steve, you guys, anything you guys want to plug before we call it a night here?
Yeah, Chris Bourne sucks. Enough said. There we go. There's been a
little war of words between Cannibal Corpse and Barnes. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and you saw the video and they were screaming, "Chris Bourne sucks! Chris Bourne sucks!" And George is like, "You said it, not me."
he's just a shitty guy too. He's just a shitty guy.
Matt, Anthony,
he used to be like a vocalist for American death metal in the '90s, but after I think 2014, 15, his voice just got totally shot. It just sounds horrible.
Agreed.
Well, and I respect, obviously, the lineup that Cannibal Corpse has now, but they're also like George, right? The singer
George
now. George is also just a nice guy. He's like
you, Fardo. He's like the nice guy. He plays Legos. He goes claw machine and
He plays World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Yeah, we should try to get him on Nerd.
But yeah, he's just a nice guy. I'm one of those guys who, if you're a great frontman, you're also a nice person, then I'll support you. But if you're a piece of shit, but you also have piece of shit vocals, then I'm not going to support you.
Absolutely. And Matt, before we leave here, anything you want to plug real quick before we go call it a night?
Nothing really to plug. Just saying, this has been great. This is the first time that I've been on something again, and I've just been 100% relaxed and watching black metal jiggle his black metal.
Steve, show him your pillow again one more time.
This is not a sponsor. This is from Butcher's Pillow. If you want a booty to smack and put your vests on at night, get it. It's not a sex toy. It's literally a pillow. See, no flashlight. I promise you. I don't fuck my pillows. I only fuck you. Mom's pillow.
All right, on that.
No, it's great. It's just great being here with you guys again. Love you guys, and this is Let's keep this going. Let's try doing this once in a while again.
Yeah, absolutely. If everyone else is down, I'm definitely down. All right. So then, we pretty please ask you to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and spread that shit like syphilis. So you guys say from yours truly, Syracuse, New York, destroy something. As always, from all of our friends and fans around the world at NerdCage Live, enjoy life, stay safe, fuck math. That's a joke. Do your vegetables. Do your push-ups. Eat your vegetables.
Or you get mentees like these.
Do your Wheaties.
And good night. That was so bad.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Stick around for these awesome promos.
Resident Evil.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe.
Okay.
Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCageLive. Ooh, trying to get out of the NerdCage, are ya? Well, before you go, hit that subscribe button. And if you're really intrigued, ring that bell. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time, tell everyone you know about NerdCage Live!